I just ordered a new CNC router bundle because the last one I bought looked great on paper but felt like a toy once I tried to cut anything thicker than inch plywood. You know the frustration listing photos show clean cuts, but real life delivers splintered edges and burned bits. That's exactly why I'm breaking down the FoxAlien XE Ultra 8080 bundle today, so you can decide if it's the right step up or another overhyped purchase. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What you're getting is a 3,333-inch work area with a 4.7-inch Z-travel, which is huge for the price. The included FA710 trim router spins up to 30,000 revolutions per minute and fits right into the XE Ultra's spindle clamp, so you're not hunting for adapters. The motors are closed-loop 60 to 86 mm steppers rated at 2.6 Nm torque, so they don't lose steps when you push into aluminum or brass. That matters because most entry-level machines stutter the moment you try anything harder than pine. If you're mostly cutting softwoods, MDF, or doing light engraving on aluminum sheets up to inch thick, this bundle will handle it without drama. I ran a 1,212-inch maple inlay last weekend and the edges came out clean enough to glue without sanding. The 6-level speed control on the FA710 let me dial in 18,000 revolutions per minute for the finish pass, which cut the burn marks I usually get at lower speeds. That's the kind of detail you only notice once you've lived with a machine that can't slow down smoothly. Where the bundle starts to show limits is when you push into thicker stock or harder materials. At inch walnut the feed rate drops noticeably and you'll hear the steppers whine if you try to rush. The Z-axis is only 4.7 inches, so if you want to carve a deep 3D sign you'll need to flip the piece and register it, which adds setup time. Also, the base is aluminum extrusion, so it's rigid but not as damped as a cast iron bed. Expect a little harmonic chatter if you run aggressive spiral toolpaths. If you're a hobbyist who occasionally cuts small aluminum plates or makes decorative panels, the included FA710 saves you from buying a separate trim router and a mount. If you're a maker who routinely machines brass or inch hardwood, you'll outgrow the Z-travel fast and might end up upgrading the spindle anyway. The bundle is a solid entry point, but it's not a one-and-done shop workhorse. Setup is straightforward if you've used a CNC before. The XE Ultra ships with pre-assembled linear rails and a pre-wired control box, so you're not aligning carriages for hours. The only hiccup I hit was the emergency stop wiring. The diagram is correct, but the connector pins are tiny and easy to flip, so double-check before powering up. Once you're past that, the machine homes reliably and the homing repeatability is consistent enough for multi-stage jobs. Noise is another practical point. At 18,000 revolutions per minute the FA710 is louder than most trim routers, so if you're working in an apartment you'll want to schedule louder jobs for daytime or add a simple sound box. The XE Ultra itself is quieter because the steppers are closed loop and don't hunt for steps, but the router's high-frequency whine still cuts through earplugs. Software-wise, the XE Ultra works with the free FoxAlien control software, which is basically a simplified Mach 3 interface. It's fine for basic G-code, but if you're running Fusion 360 toolpaths with lots of tabs and lead-ins, you'll probably export the file and run it from a USB stick rather than typing commands live. The control box has a built-in offline controller, so you don't need a PC tethered the whole time. Bottom line, if you need a large format CNC that can handle occasional aluminum or brass without breaking the bank, this bundle gives you the working area and power to do it cleanly. If you're planning to cut 1-inch aluminum plates every day or carve deep 3D reliefs, budget for a beefier spindle and a taller Z-axis later. It's not perfect, but it's one of the few bundles where the included router actually fits the machine without workarounds. Check the link in the description if you want to see the latest price and bundle details.